Friday, I go to a bar for Politécnico.
Wow, good. By Polytechnico over there?
By, by Avenida Politécnico.
Ah, that's great. And you went to a bar. Hey, that was funny. So much fun.
Yes, just, just a little.
Okay, very good, Flor. Thank you. Fernando, what about you? Fernando, hello. Can you listen to me, Fernando? Can you hear me? Maybe Fer is having problems with his microphone. All right. Well, let me tell you something. Today's class is going to be about risks. We are going to discuss how easy or how difficult it could be to make a decision. All right. So, Flor, why don't you help me to read this quote? Flor, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, teacher, I had problems with my connection.
Ah, yes, that's it. Okay, don't worry. Um, Fernando, can you hear me? I guess that he is also having problems with his connectivity. All right. So, Flor, could you help me reading this quote?
Yes, teacher. Be brave. Take risks. Nothing can substitute experience. Are
Thank
you a
you.
risk taker?
Excellent.
You're
Thank you
welcome, teacher.
very much. And so, what about you, Flor? Are you a risk taker?
Sometimes, because I need think the things a lot.
So,
I, because sometimes you need to think if that thing take a risk, or how do you say vale la pena?
it worthwhile.
It's worthwhile.
Yes, you're right. So, yes, it is a very wise thought, because yes, sometimes we have to decide if it is necessary to do it, or maybe the reward that it will bring doesn't correspond to the effort that we are going to do.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Thank you very much. So, you know what? Uh, Here in the quote, we say that, Marisela, hello.
Hello, teacher. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. What about you?
Fine. I'm so a little bit tired, but I'm fine. Thank you.
I'm very happy to listen to you.
Hi, thank you. I miss you.
Miss you so much also. But anyway, you are here now, and so today is a celebration day.
Hi, thank you. Thank you.
All right. So, here we are talking about, are you a risk taker? So here we have a quote: be brave, take risks. Nothing can substitute experience. What's your opinion about it, Mari?
I think that the life is very short, so if you don't take a risk, maybe you can uh, get a beautiful experience because always you feel fear and maybe you can lose uh, a lot good things. For example, know places or feel other feelings. I don't know. Maybe when you go uh, to the beach, Cancun or other place, uh, uh, you feel fear to make a scuba diving or other kind of sport, but it's a good experience. So it's like in other the other manner in your life when you take risks for some decisions with your family, when you work, it's the same. You have to take that risk. Maybe you can get good experiences, good things for you and for other important persons in your life.
Yeah, some important people is involved all of the time in decisions. And you said something very important and very interesting. All of the experiences, all of the risks we take suppose any learning. So if we do it fine, we win. If we made the incorrect decision, then we learn. So anyway, we have any positive situation for ourselves. All right, thank you, Marie.
Thank
Fernando,
you.
thanks to you. Fernando,
Hello, teacher. Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? I have a,
Yes.
I had a, I have a problem with the internet.
yes, yes, you do. So don't worry. If you can't talk, why don't you write on the chat so that we can see, we can read your opinion.
Yes, teacher. Thank you so much.
All right. Okay. So guess what? I am also having problems with my machine. I don't know what's happening. Can you listen to me?
Yes, I can.
My screen is in blank, so I don't know what happens to my machine. But now here we are. I can see you, and I can see the images. So guess what? Here we are. Uh, Whenever we make a decision, we can have two options. We can take the easy way or we can take the hard way. Of course, the results are going to be quite different. So when you have to make a decision, what is usually the way that you take, Flor?
First, I analyze the options. What is the better option in that case? Uh, and decide if I take the easy way or the hard way.
Yes, that's it. Sometimes it is not necessary to take the hardest. Okay, thank you very much.
You're
Mari,
welcome, teacher.
thank you. Mari, what about you?
Okay, I think that not always is the best option, easy way or hard way. I agree with Flor. We have to analyze the situation, the option, and we need to take the best decision. Maybe or sometimes we think that if we choose the hard way is the best because oh, we have a lot of difficulties and that's the best. But it's not true. Maybe we can choose the easy way because it's the best option because we have more or easier things to find the solution for our problem or for our special situation, and it's not necessary to take the contest according with our moment with our situation in our life, and we have to take the best option.
All right, thank you very much,
Thank
Maria. Okay, Fernando, what about you? Can you listen to us?
Yes, 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 I can, teacher.
Excellent.
I think the better way is to take the hard way. I know everybody knows that is more longer, but the results are better. Uh, Although sometimes we can take the easy way, but maybe we can regret.
Yes, we can regret, you're right. And I totally agree with you all when you say that there is not an absolute answer. It could be sometimes the easy way, it could be also the hard way. It just depends on the situation. Excellent.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good analysis. Okay, now please, let's see another image. Here we go. Okay. Well, when we make a decision, of course, we can expect for different results. We can be in a risk of having a bad result, something that is not convenient, something that we didn't want to, or to have a reward, something that is more than what we expected or equal to what we expected, or something that is very beneficial for us. So, Flor, could you talk to us about any risky situation where you were?
Yes, teacher. It was when I decided to study the university uh, online. I studied security public, and it was very hard because I work and study at the same time. But at the end, I have a reward, and I have my degree on security public.
Okay, excellent. Thank you very much. That was a very nice experience that you shared with us. Thank you. And tell us, who's your victim?
Fernando.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Flo.
You're welcome.
Oh, eh, I have had a lot of risks in my life, but I remember in this moment about I was working at the 21 floor. How is it called?
The
25
21st.
floor, 21st, 21st floor. So the highest, it was very dangerous. So how you know I'm working construction, so the scaffold it was moving very fast.
Wow.
So I was feeling afraid, and I don't
Afraid.
know how to say
Afraid.
afraid. So it was a bad experience in my job.
Yes, too much. I think that, of course, it was scary.
Yes, this is scary. That's the word. That's
Uh,
the correct word.
and tell me, Fernando, what did you learn about this situation?
I'm learned to get more confidence in my job because now I can work the highest, and it's a normal in my job.
So you gained experience also.
Yes, experience.
Excellent. Well, it was so scary, but anyway, it was beneficial for you to learn something new.
Yes, teacher, yes, it is because I know I can control my afraid to the highest.
Higher fear to
Yeah, my
highest.
fear. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Fer. Okay, so
Thank you,
Mari,
teacher.
thank you.
Yes.
What is the riskiest situation you have lived, Mari?
I don't know, maybe when I was working in the journal and at the same time I was working as a teacher, I had to decide for only one job because I I couldn't work at the same time for the journal in every work. So I took a risk and I decided to stay as a teacher. And I think that that was the best decision because my life is good. I enjoy my job, and maybe 4 or 5 months later than that I uh, left the journal. I know the news that the new boss in the Valle de Mexico office was a evil person, a person very straight, but I don't know how you say, no éramos compatibles.
We were not, we didn't match.
Okay, we didn't match. So in that moment, I thought that that was the best decision of my life. And today I am very happy with my decision. I think that was a risk because only I started with 6 hours in the preparatory, and in that moment I didn't know if I have more hours, but I am very happy for that.
Hey, that was a very rewarding experience.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much for sharing. Now let's go to, I'm sorry, thank you, Mary. All right, here we go. You know what? When we take a risk, there are different levels of risk. There is the low risk, the medium risk, and the high risk. Of course, whenever we talk about low risk situations, we talk about some things that are not so maybe important or that are easy to solve. For example, if I want to buy a chocolate ice cream or a vanilla ice cream in a new store, the risk could be that I don't like it. And so the consequence could be that I won't go back to buy there again or something like that, any situation that is not so difficult to solve. All right, so Mary, what do you think about low risk situations? What are the low risk situations that you have faced?
Low risk situations maybe is when my decision doesn't have consequences for other people um, or for me. Consequences uh, graves. I don't know.
Yes,
How do you say? I don't know. Consequences graves.
difficult consequences or
Consequences. Yes, maybe my decision is not right, is wrong, but the consequences is not important. I can resolve. I don't know. It's not only maybe it's a flavor of an ice cream. Maybe it's other things, but I don't know. Maybe if I buy other thing, I don't know, a cell phone or a computer, or take away a peripheral or another other way for maybe the traffic is hard, but only take 10 or 20 minutes more. This is a low risk for me.
okay, excellent. Yes, I agree with you. Okay, so Mary, who's your victim?
Oh, my victim, Fernando.
Thank you.
Hello, Fernando.
Thank you,
I
Mary.
miss you.
Thanks so much. I think in our lives it's necessary to take a risk all the life, but we are talking about the low risk. I think they don't have a difficult consequence. So it's important to take a risk, but we need to be conscious to do it.
Yeah, that's it. You're right. Even though they don't suppose any consequence, any difficult problem, we have to be conscious about our decisions. All right. Thank you very much, Fer. So, is your victim Flor?
Of course.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Um, well, all in the life is a risk, and you have different scenarios to take a decision. In this case, in low decision, flavor on ice cream, or how do we use for clothes today or tomorrow. I think the low risk is superficial decisions, and that things don't have consequences. I think that.
All right. Thank you very much. Yes, you're right. Okay. So here we have medium risk situations. Medium risk situation supposes a problem that we can have, but anyway, we can solve it. So it is not as easy as low risk situations, but even though it is not a question of death or life. So yes, here you are in the medium point. So you know what? Situation like this that happened to me was to change my job. I quit from the school where I was working, and I started working in Nielsen. For me, it was a risky situation because I had never been working online. Even I didn't know how it worked. But for me, it has been so rewarding because I have learned a lot, and so I have grown up as a professional. And I have to confess that I was thinking very seriously about not taking the opportunity because I didn't know if I was going to do it well or I was going to have a failure. But anyway, I made the decision of taking the risk, and here I am. I am very happy to be working in here because, as I told you before, it is so rewarding. I have learned a lot. Okay, so what about you, Flor? Any medium risk situation that you would like to share with us?
I think it was when I decided to move alone. For many years, I lived with my parents. One day, I think it's time for go to live alone, and I do it. I think very well the things because implicate a lot of things like money or the distance. Search a place when I live, and well, I'm here living alone, but I feel very, very well.
I'm sorry, I was talking to you with my microphone off, so you didn't listen to me any. All right, so I was talking to you about that it was a hard decision to live alone, but anyway, you did it, and the most important is that you learned. And now that you are happy, that's great.
Thank you, teacher.
Thanks to you, Flor. All right, Flor, who's your victim?
Mary.
You?
Okay, risk. Maybe I think that when I was preparatory and I knew that my profession, that was my passion, it's the journalism. So I decided to study that career. But my mother didn't agree with me. So that was a risk was uh, very, very special. So I decided to take the decision, to took, sorry, the decision. And I think that it was the best because I love my profession.
Wow, hey, that's pretty good. And so, yes, as we said before, we learned too much. We win not only, of course, the prizes, the rewards of our decisions and our attitude, but also the experience and the learnings. Okay, thank you. So, Mari, is your victim Fernando?
Yes.
Excellent, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. A medium risk. Oh, well, 2 weeks ago, I had to take a decision
To make.
for to go to other place to work. So I had to leave my home for and change for to live in a hotel. So it's a difficult because I have a problem with the internet, and so I have to get other ways to get the internet. And and the weather is more difficult for me. It's more cold, and I think that is a medium risk for me.
Okay, yes, that's pretty good. And so it is important that you took some other strategies to solve those problems. But anyway, we learn because even though when we have difficulties, we have to think how to solve them. And in that moment, we grow up, we learned that we can be enough clever for solving those problems. Okay,
That's
thank you very much. All right, let's go to high risk situations. Well, you have talked about us. You have talked to us about the experience that you have working in the hire. So, have you got any other high risk situation that you experienced?
well, it's a place that I think it was a high risk when I decided to stay. It was a high risk because I have to let my family, my kids, my wife, my family, and all my culture, right? Uh, but I have to take the decision.
You had to make.
Yes.
Uh, and how do you feel? How do you feel with that decision you made?
Mm, I feel good. I feel good, but always I miss in my family.
Yes, of
But in
course.
the life in the life no we can get everything in the life. So sometimes I don't know how to say. mm, I don't know how to say. No se puede tener todo en la vida, pero siempre tiene uno que hacer un sacrificio. I don't know how to
Yes,
say that.
we can't have everything on life,
Mhm.
but we have to sacrifice some things.
Sacrifice. That's correct. Thank you, teacher.
Pleasure. Thanks to you for sharing with us your experience.
Thank you to
Okay,
you, teacher.
thanks. Fer, who's your victim?
Oh, there are. Oh, Let's go to change the plans. Let's go with the teacher now.
Oh my! You know what? I like to talk about this because, yes, I had also a very high risk in my life. I remember that when I was 20 years old, I knew that I was pregnant. Uh, I didn't have the support of my ex-husband, and he told me that he wanted me to abort our baby. And so I felt really vulnerable about this. I felt alone. And I thought that if I said yes, it would be a situation that I could regret all my life. But if I said, no, I want to have the baby, my life was going to change because I was going to be alone with my decisions. And even my mother didn't know about it. My father didn't either know about it. So they didn't support me because they had very conservative ideas. So I took the risk and I said, you know what? It's time for me to be a mommy. And so I accepted my pregnancy. And my baby now is 30 years old. He gave me the true meaning of love. And he helped me to know that life is more than being an individual. He was the very first part of my family. He was the first love of my life, the first true love of my life. And now I am a proud mother of 3 children, 3 young adult children. All of them have done very well. And I feel really happy to have made that decision, even though I didn't have the support of my family or my ex-husband. But that was the highest risk I had taken, and it was so rewarding. Okay.
Wow.
Well, my victim is Mari.
Okay. High risk. I think that is recently um, I decided to be with a couple and we started a good life, but the decision maybe was not the best because now I am alone to live the process. My recently diagnosis is bad for my health, so my couple that in that moment I think that he love me and I love him. Um, he decided left, and I don't know. This is for me. This is my high risk. I apostate for him, but the things are bad. So I am along with that process. I don't know. I think that this is my high risk, and to drive because I am very nervous. So I think that this is a high risk for other people when I drive my car. Only that.
Oh my, you know what? You are a very valiant woman. And you know
Thank
what? I know how to drive, but I haven't ever made the decision of doing that. So all of the time when I want to go anywhere, I say to my son-in-law, Ivan, please, could you take me? I don't want to drive. It is so difficult for me.
I took the risk to drive when I was 37 years old.
Wow. Hey, that was great. So as I told you before, you are a brave woman. All right. Thank you very much, Marie. Okay,
Thank
so thank you. Is your victim Flor?
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, I think I don't have a high risk, but I admire to all the people they are confront and experience difficult and take information who who when who I find in the internet about how to making the decision, and when the first step say making the decision is advise yourself as if you were a friend. Um, and the other is the second point is play devil's advocate. Number 3, consider whether you are feeling guilty. Think about the future. Trust your instincts. Have a backup plan. I think there are very important points about take a decision.
Wow. Hey, they are pretty good. I like it so much. And yes, you're right. Those are very important situations that we should consider. And that part of having a backup plan is something that we haven't discussed yet, but it is so important, of course.
Yes, because it don't function one thing, you have a backup.
It is the what will it happen if. So yes, so necessary. All right, thank you very much. Let's go to the next image. Here we have a quote by Voltaire. Voltaire said that uncertainty is an uncomfortable position, but certainty is an absurd one. What's your opinion about this, Marie?
Okay, I'm so sorry, but my skills are not good. But what was the question?
Well, the quote says, uncertainty is an uncomfortable position, but certainty is an absurd one. What's your opinion?
Um, I don't know. I think that in our life is the majority is uncertainty because maybe you are walking in the road, but you don't know what is the people that you maybe met or the things that you have to live, and that you if you want to be the certain in your life, it's boring because the life is with a lot surprises, and this is uncertainty, yes,
Uncertainty.
the surprises that the life uncertainty, okay, uncertainty. So I think that is it's not uncomfortable. Maybe we are anxious the answer for our questions. So this is the true position for me, because maybe sometimes we want to have all answer for our life, and um, uh, maybe have the I don't know, have the the, the specific landscape, and know what is uh, the thing that we have to live or happen in our life. But only I think that is the surprises that we have when we are walking in our road, and surprises with other people that we know in the road. But I don't know, this is my opinion.
Thank you very much. All right, thank you. So who's your victim?
Flor.
Thank you.
Well, I think we have to take the risk and not be led with the uncertainty that will have to happen. It.
Certainty. Yes. Yes, that's right.
Because,
yes, please.
yes, because sometimes when don't we have the things, stay with the uncertainty that was happened if I do it the things.
Excellent. Yes, thank you very much. So, Fernando, please.
Yes. Okay. Uncertainty is an uncomfortable position. I think that's true because sometimes when you are in a risk or dangerous situation, you get afraid about the future, right? So that's true. That's true.
That's it.
I
All
agree with
right.
that point.
Yeah, that's it. All right. Well, thank you very much. You know what? I think that it was something nice. Today was a very nice session because we could see any other points of view. And I think that this topic was very deep. I don't know if you want to say any commentary or to ask any question.
Mm, no, teacher, not for me.
No?
But I it's a pleasure work with you and with my partners.
Oh my, thank you very much. Likewise. Okay, well, if you don't have any other question, any commentary, well, thank you very much for today and meet you next class.
Yes,
See
teacher, meet
you.
next class and see you, Flor. See you, Mary. Enjoy the night.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for.
Have a nice.
Bye
Have a nice Marie. Bye for.
Bye.
bye.
Likewise, thank you.
Thank you so much, Flor, for the information.
You're welcome.
Thank you.